I am Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher 33, and this YouTube channel, this BitChute channel, that is the Shadow Teacher 33. It is dedicated to the exploration of human potential, the long winding road of embodying and expressing the greatest potential we're capable of. And recently, I've been digging in deep to law of attraction concepts, as well as the concepts of attachment styles that have been very popular recent in modern psychology, and been able to put some dots together, connect some dots in my own way, because law of attraction, manifestation, a lot of this is all about state of being, kind of quantum entanglement. A lot of it is how our thoughts are creating our thoughts, and how we are showing up in the world are influencing the reflected experience that we're seeing back. And kind of looking at these attachment styles, and attachment styles, again, I'm not a psychologist, but you can find some other psychologists on YouTube who talk about this, but these are basically behavior tendencies that relate to how a child attached to a parent when they were younger. So we have the basic three, which are anxious, which is one who is clingy, people-pleasing, needing to prove and cling to win the affection of an adult. The avoidant, the one that felt neglected and feels like they have to do everything themselves and tends to push people away. Secure attachment, which is someone who got their needs met with a parent, who's okay being with people and okay being by themselves, the ideal state. And then the fourth would be the disorganized attachment, which is kind of the combination of the anxious, the inconsistency of pulling people in and pushing people away, feeling the ones that lived in chaos and abuse and neglect from a parent. But kind of looking at these attachment styles and kind of law of attraction concepts as well, I find kind of the anxious attachment style, which is what I've worked with, and it's been my tendency most of my life. I've noticed whenever I would want something, whenever I would have a desire, I would put too much importance on it. I'd put so much importance on it that I would always push it away. It may even start to come to me a little bit, but then I start to cling and want to control, want more and more, and I would push it away. And sometimes even I can go into the avoidant state. There would be something good that shows up in my life, but I feel it's too good to be true. This thing that's here, it's too good to be true. It's going to be gone, so I'm not going to allow myself to enjoy it too much. I'm going to keep my distance from it, as opposed to acknowledging this good thing that showed up in my life. And eventually, sure enough, it's gone. And what I find is, with manifestation and when we have good in our lives, the attachments, again, when we want something too much, we push it away. We distance ourselves from it. And at the same time, when something shows up that's amazing, if we're not grateful for it, if we're not showing appreciation and gratitude, then we push it away as well. So, two elements when we're working on creating our reality is when we notice that we want something, we go after it, we put an intention out, we go for it, we do the action steps to become the person that we need to be that's going to have the most likelihood of attracting it. But we've got to be able to let go. We've got to let the world be what it is as we show up with full confidence in who we are, and let go, allowing other people to do what they want to do, be who they want to be, while we go for what we want, unapologetically being who we are. And then when that thing shows up, when we get these blessings in our lives, these wonderful blessings, sometimes from our own intentional work, sometimes they just come out of the blue, or may have been the result of intentional work we've done years ago that we just let go of. It's really important to be grateful for these nuggets of gold that just drop in our lap. Feel good, the relationships, the people who we have genuine heart connection who show up and provide great richness and value for our lives. And what I find is when we can do this, we practice letting go of our desires, like the detaching from what we want, detaching from the importance of having something work out a certain way, being okay with it working out or okay with it not, while being grateful for the things that are working out, the things that are showing up that are favorable to our lives, to our well-being, and being grateful for them, then we kind of fall into this secure attachment frame. We start to become that person who's very secure in who they are. They're okay being alone, and at the same time, they're okay being with other people. And when they're with other people, they're fully present. They are there. They're grateful for the relationships. They're grateful and present for the connection. And when you're alone, you're grateful for that time with yourself. You're grateful for the time to reflect, the time to be honest with yourself, and the time to work on things in your life that you need to do by yourself. And as we become more secure in who we are, secure in how we attach to our relationships, then the greater joy comes into our lives. And when we have a greater joy in who we are, we're kind of letting that be our default state, where we're at a higher vibration of joy and peace within ourselves, then just life as a whole is more enjoyable. We have more positive energy to offer to what we care about, and more of what we intend to engage with, and people who we intend to engage with, they show up. More opportunities tend to show up when we're in that secure place. And again, the takeaway from this video, what I'm finding that gets me there, again, is detachment, letting go, and being grateful, seeing what is working out in my life and honoring it, truly seeing it, savoring it, being grateful for it. So with that being said, I'm going to end this transmission. Hope these thoughts are seeds of value for you and inspire you to reach higher levels of your own potential. I'll see you on the other side.